Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we are back in our regular setup. Sorry you had to look at this ugly mug and couldn't even see the cards on screen for the last couple days. But listen, we're here. I want to cover some of the small pieces of news that happened yesterday and today. There's a couple small things, but I do think they're quite interesting, especially the two cards revealed. And we'll just go over them here. There's those. There's information on the Megatins for this year. The first announcement for those. Couple little change up there, and also I think a live stream that's going to happen next week. That's important to on some of the reveals that we should be getting for Duelist Advance. So let's get in this thing. Let's start out with the two new Morganite cards. These are really cool. So for the artworks, she looks crazy. Some people are going to be huge fans of that artwork. And then obviously another Morganite spell. These cards have always been really interesting. They just haven't really culminated in anything. And I think this could be the first time we see them culminate in actually like something somewhat meaningful. And I actually really hope this isn't the end either. I know some people aren't going to like the play style of what this deck can facilitate, but like I do like the idea, and I think it's ending up facilitating like some pretty cool possibilities for probably a stun deck, but stun decks have been pretty bad lately. So like you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna make them a little bit better, but I don't think they'll be legit competitive threats. They'll be annoying, but not like serious threats. And I think that's still overall okay because there is a subsection of Yu-Gi-Oh players who do really enjoy those types of decks. So anyway, the lady here is called Morgana, the Witch of Eyes. We kind of covered her with some of the leaks that we talked about a couple weeks ago. She is a level 4 dark spellcaster effect monster. So she does work for Blue Eyes as well, but 1500 attack, 2100 defense. This is always treated as a Morganite card, and you can only use the first and third effect of this card once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Morganite spell from your deck to your hand. That's already great. That is just a +1, and the Morganite spells are pretty good. You have the one that, I think the first one that came out, I don't know them by name, but there's the first one that gives you like 2 draws every on your draw phase. Now you draw 2 instead of 1 every draw phase, which is slow, but if you can get the game into a grind game, that is crazy free advantage over the course of multiple turns, as well as it gives you, I think, 2 normal summons every turn at the cost of like you cannot activate monster effects in hand for the rest of the duel. So that's pretty costly. There's a lot of cards that means like hand traps and stuff like that can kind of be problematic, but you would still have imperm. You could still have potentially one of the dominus cards and stuff like that, depending on the exactly what you play in your build. But I still think that's pretty powerful. There's also the other 2 Morganites. The other one that also exists that lets you like normal summon without tributing and banish it from grave to like search another Morganite card, which is really nice for this. That card searches this one. This one searches the one that gets you the double draw, the double summon, and they all kind of connect to each other now. They're actually like kind of a somewhat fluid engine. But yeah, I like that a lot. Second effect, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish one Morganite spell from your graveyard, negate that attack. That's just icing on the cake because this card is relatively small, and sometimes just being beaten over can be an issue for stun type decks, right? If you're just normal summoning Fossil Dyna, he's not that big on attack. I think he's only 1200, so anybody normal summoning something bigger than that, boom, this protects him. Extra protection there. And then third effect, if you have 3 or more Morganite spells with different names in your graveyard and or banishment, that's very easy to do now with this engine, because just seeing this card or the one that searches from grave, you can get at least 2 in rotation, just like that, just off of 1 card, which is really good. You still have to get the third, but still. You can make the attack of all face-up monsters your opponent controls 0. That's permanent, by the way, which is excellent. That again is like another battle phase issue that kind of gets solved a little bit with this card. That's pretty nice. I think this card's pretty good overall. I really enjoy it. Also, I don't even know if I read this part, but this card is always treated as a Morganite card, so that's why it's searchable off of the one that searches from grave. It's really good. I think it just facilitates a lot here. Might as well read the new Morganite card as well. Guilt Gripping Morganite. It's a normal spell. For the rest of the duel, apply the following effects. You cannot activate monster effects in the hand. They all have that restriction, which is kind of nice that like they all have the same restriction. So it's not like they're all restricting you under multiple things, which is really cool. But anyway, you can normal summon level 5 or higher monsters without tributing. Okay, so it's this new one that lets you do the normal summon level 5 or higher. That is super interesting. That allows stuff like Vanity's Fiend and Majesty's Fiend, like cards like that, really interesting because now you just normal them. You have the extra normal, and if you're going through this, you don't have to tribute for them, so they just jump on the field for free. I also think Kashtira is a really interesting engine. They do not activate to summon from hand, so you can special the first one. So even if you special Fenrir search Unicorn, then you can go through the Morganite engine, get this card set up where now you can just normal summon. You have an additional normal summon. You can normal summon level 5 or higher without tributing. And now you can just normal summon the Unicorn. And now Unicorn get a card, go into an extra monster, revive back one of them, and just keep going there, which is really cool. And lastly, you don't have to pay life points to activate spell or trap cards. That's mostly for Solemns. This is just icing on the cake because like a stun deck likes to back up their boards going first with Solemns because they just cover. They're just so safe, and those are the kind of decks that can lose to board breakers pretty hard. So just protecting you from those with like judgments and stuff without having to worry about putting yourself too low on life points is really nice. So yeah. And then lastly, you can banish this card from your graveyard, reveal a Morganite card in your hand, place the revealed card on the bottom of the deck, then draw one card. So even if you draw too many of the Morganite cards, and they're once you activate any of the names, they are just doing what they do for the entire rest of the duel. So you don't really want to see multiple. You kind of just want to get them all activated once, and then they're doing their thing. So when you draw extras, it's nice to know that you're able to just like use this to just get a free cycle, trade it in for a more useful card. It's really cool. So yeah, I actually think we could see. I don't think it's going to be like super high success level because like how does a deck like this go second with a ton of success? I don't know. But as far as stun decks go, this may be a new addition to just like what we can expect going forward for stun decks. This engine is pretty cool, just as an option for stun type strategies. So I'm curious to see what people can cook with this. Like I said, I think Cash is interesting. I think just stun in general, right? If you're playing Fossil Dyna, you're playing the Fiend cards, Majesty and Vanities, and just being able to normal them for without tributing and getting an additional normal for them is just quite strong. But I don't know. We'd have to see. So pretty cool. Moving on to some other information that is just good to know. We get information on the new live stream that's coming up next week. So this is going to be April 17th. So this is about a week from now. So next Thursday or Wednesday, even. I think it actually might be Wednesday for them at the time that this is going on, because this is 10 o'clock on a Wednesday for them, I think, right? 20, if you're on military time, I guess, for them. I honestly, I don't know enough about it, but it's going to be around Wednesday, Thursday next week. You'll get more information. People will be talking about it leading up until then, but they're doing a live stream. They talk about some of the stuff that's coming. Kimagure, sorry, Cook makes an angry hamburger. I wonder if that's going to have something to do with them officially revealing like the new Vel cards, which will be cool to see. Duelist reports. I have no idea what that is. A serious duel. Again, no idea. This is no worries. Yu-Gi-Oh information. I'm hoping that this is just also more reveals on some of the Duelist Advanced stuff that we know is coming. Maybe Vanquish Soul and some of the other support that's coming. Guess the new cards Lunalight Animal Quiz. This is we've known for a while now that Lunalights are getting new support here. I have no idea how many cards. The deck has a couple of pretty good cards in general, but if they want to go the fusion direction, they're going to need more good cards. But if they're just trying to like turn into like keep pushing on that like good rank 4 strategy that they were a couple years ago, they wouldn't need as many, but we'll see. And then Duelist Advanced product commercial and Hatanaka Tasuku's video message world debut. So again, that could have a couple of cards debuted in it as well. So just stay tuned for that. Just Duelist Advanced information to be coming in about a week from now. So stay tuned for that. And then lastly, we have the official announcement for Mega Packs for 2025. Really cool cover here with Joey, and I think this is Flame Swordsman. It's kind of hard to tell from this picture. Yeah, looks like Joey and Flame Swordsman, almost like on the opposite sides of like a trading card, or not trading card, like a deck of cards. Yugi and is that Dark Paladin? That's cool. And then you have Kai. I like that they use different monsters. Like they didn't just use like all the basic ones. Like it isn't Yugi Dark Magicians, it isn't Kaiba Blue Eyes. It's Kaiba and is this Lord? This isn't Lord of D. Which one is this one? I can't remember his name, but he's one of the newer ones overall, which is cool. And then they have a bunch of these cards around the border here. As far as the bigger changes, not too crazy, but it seems that like officially you will be able to buy Megatin packs individual of a full-on Megatin. So if you don't want to shell out for the entire Megatin, you can just buy an individual pack, which is cool. Other than that, as far as new stuff, they come with 3 deck dividers showing off the cool art images depicted on the Mega Tin. So you're going to get dividers that show all of these duelists. So all of these cards will come in dividers. I hope they're nicer. I don't think they do like full on metal ones, but even if they're like plastic ones instead of just like, you know, sometimes they'll like flimsy cardboard ones that look good, but they're not like that nice. I don't know. I hope they're just good quality. We'll see. They don't give any information on exactly what's getting reprinted in them, but I'm sure we will find out much or not too long, but from now. But they'll start. I'm sure they'll make a press release where they announce like a couple of the big reprints that are going to be in there that matter the most. Hopefully, the Dominus cards are some of those, and I'm sure there's other ones too that I don't know off the top of my head. And that launch date looks like September 5th. Not too shabby. We'll take that. So yeah, there you go. There's all the news we missed from yesterday and today. Let me know your thoughts on everything here. From like the Morganite cards. What do you think these could do to like work in with with other engines or other stuff to make like a stun or control type strategy? What do you want to see from the live stream that we don't already know about? And yeah, your thoughts on the Megatins. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking there. But I'm out of here for today. I'm back. More stuff from me going forward. We're in a really exciting time. The ban list is sick. And I'm really excited about the new format going forward. So yeah, you're gonna see more stuff from me. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for more things Yu-Gi-Oh! News going forward. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.